Hi, this is Bob Liadice, President of the ANA. At the last conversation that we had, we spoke about some of the great presenters and presentations at ANA's Masters of Marketing Conference. In the last conversation, we talked about the power of the brand and how there is so much focus on restoring brand relevance, brand focus, and the power of the big idea to influence brands and consumers to ensure that there is that level of consumer loyalty. We're going to talk about some of the other presenters at the Masters and some of the lessons that they shared in a very similar vein and some of the specific conversations that they had. Marilyn Mersereau, the Senior Vice President of Cisco Systems, started with some fundamental elementary advice. And she said, sit down with a blank piece of paper and ask yourself, what is the emotional connection your brand has with its customers? Often we don't step back enough to really see the big picture about how our brands are directly relating to our consumers. Keith Pardy, who is the Chief Marketing Officer from BlackBerry, went one step further and talked about the community, our loyal brand customers. And he said, community, everyone out there has a user base. So how can you work to form a community based on that? If you connect your entire marketing mix along the way, it will help to make that community. In this world of expanding media, especially with the social media platforms, we have broadened ways to be able to connect with our consumers. And we really do need to think about our loyal base as a broad-based community. Laura Desmond, who is the Global Chief Executive Officer from Starcom, goes one step further. She says, the new age of media is to understand the human experience. You can use this content and architecture to influence everything in a digitized world. So as we're forming our community and as we're building that integrated marketing base, we need to be able to ensure that we understand that overarching human experience as we're connecting media with the consumers, with the brand. And that can be a very, very powerful combination. Candace Matthews, who's the Chief Marketing Officer from Amway, said it very simply about this type of relationship. And she said, relationships are important to every business. This is how you gain people's trust. When issues arise, you know how you can get through the hard times together. So even over the years, many years that we have brands and customers joining at the hip, those relationships help you endure through the tough times. And if you establish that level of brand loyalty and that solid relationship with your consumers and your customers, you can survive both the good times and the bad. Now, Joe Tripodi is the Chief Marketing Officer from Coca-Cola. Always gets it very, very basic and focused, because no matter how many tools and different type of media that we have at our disposal, he really espouses to get down to fundamentals. And his quote is rather lengthy, but let me read it for you. He said, there's no panacea, silver bullet for your challenges. You must manage a robust toolkit of solutions to address them. Don't get seduced by the next shiny thing, because you'll get caught up chasing shiny things, and that will keep you from addressing what you really need to accomplish. And that advice is so pertinent to what I just mentioned, because as we focus in on the brands, as we focus in on consumer loyalty, as we focus in on the wide range of media that we have in front of us to be able to use, don't get attracted by that shiny object that may distract you from the fundamental points of building that brand, building that consumer base, building that overall loyalty and that overarching connection to your consumers that really make it right. And I'll close with a final quote from Chief Marketing Officer from Samsung, Ralph Santana, because he gets into the notion of social media. And he says, don't underestimate the importance of having a broad-based media strategy. Know that social media is just one tool in the overarching shed of media that we have. Don't do social just for the sake of doing social. It's not the panacea for everything. So there you have it. Lots of quotes, lots of insights from the Masters of Marketing, all focused in on how to be able to build growth, long-term growth, consumer loyalty, and in the end, building the value of your brand. Thank you very much.